What's going on? It's been a while since my last stream. Um, I've just been busy stuff. So, trying, here I got, what do you call this? American Trucker Simulator. Look at this badass truck. I designed this myself. I mean, obviously with all the in-game designs. I got this nice, beautiful long frame. It was a mod that I used. I just used it for like 2 minutes and then uninstalled it right away. But basically allowed me to put a day cab on a sleeper cab frame. And what a day cab is, well, I think you can figure it out. A day cab is a truck that's designed to go out and come back within the same day. So there's no, let's see if I can, so it's just this area. It's just the driver, you know, just the driver, that's it. There's no reason to have anything more than that. And, and then the sleeper cab has an extended box that goes all the way back to like about here, and then it comes up, and then it slopes down, and there's a bed inside, like an actual bed, like you go to sleep, you lay down, and so that's called a sleeper cab. So we have a day cab on a sleeper cab frame that's long enough to accommodate a bed. But I found a mod that allows me to remove the sleeper cab and put the day cab on the sleeper. Yeah, you got it. But this is a Peterbilt, and that's a lot of chrome, and it just looks so badass. So this is one of my pastimes when I get irritated with playing other games. I'll play this because it's monotonous, and there's no thinking involved. And being that in real life I am an actual truck driver, it's still boring as hell. And yeah. So in any case, I got myself set up with a load here. I've completely forgotten what it is I'm actually picking up. We can see the inside of the cab here, and get our nice little CB radio on the top. And like, seriously, this is what a truck should look like. Gauges and switches everywhere. Where is my load? There it is. You can see it's highlighted right there. It's got a big pick this up dummy arrow above it. And tell you what though, this long frame takes a little bit of getting used to driving. And by the way, yes, I am using an Xbox controller to do this game because it is so much easier to drive with having it. And there are tons of views in this game too. I love this top-down view for backing up, making sure I hook up just right. Alright, so and you can see, we'll go through all the views. Uh-oh, I don't think I'm going to make this turn. No. Oh. Turn the wheel. That's one of the things, real truck driving. Turn the wheel before you start moving. Otherwise, you're going to end up going back and forth way too frequently. Alright. Let's roll out of here. We got 201 miles to drive. We are hauling machine parts, 18,000 pounds of machine parts, going from Roswell, New Mexico to Bitumen, New Mexico. Oh, we just made it. All right, here we go. Just so you know, this is not a 1-to-1. Oops, I totally went the wrong way. Didn't even look at my GPS. All right. This is gonna be a difficult turnaround because I made it. There's artificial walls once you go off-road. You can only go off-road so far. So any case, here we go. As I was saying, there is it's not 1-to-1. You know, if you're going 60 miles an hour, it will not take you 1 hour or it will not take you 1 full minute to go 1 mile. I believe it's right around a 10-to-1, where for every... No, wait. Missed my turn again. Too busy talking. Yeah, professional truck driver right here. No, not a 10-to-1. I believe it's like a 60-to-1. Something like that. Any math whizzes that follow me, you can figure it out. But for every hour takes approximately 1 minute of driving at highway speed. So it's roughly a 60-to-1, maybe even a, maybe 10-to-1 is right. I don't know. In any case, oh, this is a multiplayer mod. That little blue dot you see going across the top of my GPS there, that is actually a real person. The single player version of oh, this sucks, I can't see the light. The full version of American Truck Simulator is single player only, and this is a mod called TruckersMP that removes all AI from the game and only has real players driving. Which I thought is like just awesome, because why play a boring game by yourself when you can play a boring game with other people, even though you barely see anybody during the entire time that you're driving, because you're driving and it's boring. And that's the life of a truck driver, is you're by yourself and you're bored out of your mind most of the time, which is what music radios are for, is to fill the time voids. Maybe do a little car singing, a little car karaoke, or truck karaoke, maybe, whatever you want to call it. Every time I play this game, I just love this truck. I mean, it is just so badass. Look, I love the way Peterbilt's look. Let me go through all the different views. Here's the the tail one that I was showing you. This is the top-down view, which is great for backing up. This is a view that is completely static. It's actually really loud. It's on top of the cab. Then we have this view where it's like you hanging out the window, and this is where you're just riding below the bumper. it's as if you were strapped camera to the front of the grill or something. You just see only the road in front of you, and it's pretty nice. Except it's loud. And the next view is if you're hanging off the doorstep. Let's see. Next view is this is the really challenging one to drive because you don't get a consistent. Uh-oh, I gotta exit here. Ah! It's a red light, but I'm gonna run it anyway. There's fines that you can enable and disable. Like if you're speeding, if the speed limit's 55 and I'm going like 100, it'll ticket me, charge me money. There's also, running red lights. And there's way stations. Like there's way stations in the game too. I mean, wow. Like there's tons of crap in this game, and it's actually kind of fun, even though it's boring. But every once in a while, it's like, hey, that's really cool, and then you kind of want to stop and look at it, and like, it's interesting. Like right now, I'm going 71 and a 45. I should still get a ticket, but I turned fines off because they're kind of lame. Like, why? I mean, I can see if you really wanted to actually be serious about playing a simulator game and going exactly the speed limit, following the stoplights to the T, and yada yada yada. But you know what? You know how long each trip would take you? Would like I said, this. I mean, we got 125 miles to go. It would take us about 12 and a half minutes to complete. Whereas if you just completely ignore speed limits and stoplights and whatnot, it takes 8-9 minutes instead. It's quicker. When you first start the game, you want to not do fines. You want to turn everything off so that way you can just go and make as much money as possible. Like right now, I've got an American Truck Simulator. I have played this game completely legit, other than the fact of putting, a day cab on a sleeper cab frame. That is the only mod I have done to American Truck Simulator. I have not cheated the game one bit. And I have built my empire, and I've got $26 million in the bank right now. But man, I tell you what, it took a long time to build that up. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I think I have like 5 or 6 garages, literally full. Each garage holds 5 trucks, and you have to hire 5 drivers for each, one for each truck. And it's time consuming because like you buy your truck and you drive your truck and you do what you do. And then when you're able to buy a second truck and hire a second driver, that guy does his own thing and he doesn't necessarily work as hard as you. He might earn $3,000 a day, game time in a day. Whereas like if you do it and you just bust ass running, you can earn like maybe $100,000 a day. It's just. But once you build that up, and build that up, and oh my God, am I stuck in a loop? Build that up, and build that up. And you get like five or 6 garages with 5 drivers each. You just make bank, and then you can do cool shit like buy this sick ass truck and mod it out and put all the coolest stuff on it that you want. And yes, I'm intentionally keeping the label of my drink away from the camera, because I don't want you to think that I'm being endorsed by them, even though that'd be pretty cool if I was. And by them, I mean not Hofbrau. Nope, not them at all. Nope. Uh-oh. Woo! What the? No! What? There's a downed tree in the middle of the road? Literally, that is the first time I have ever seen that. There's a tree growing through the road. Ah, that's funny. All right. Hey, look, there's another driver. Hopefully he doesn't crash into me. He's hauling a heavy load. Big ass earth mover. I might do that next. And how long this takes. I don't know how long we've been going. Let's see, considering my run's almost done, we've probably been sitting here for 10 minutes already. 5, well, actually, maybe not even that long. But in any case, yeah, stuff. You know, it is pretty cool game. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Like, I can remove these little pseudo mirrors, and you can, again, remove the GPS. Oops, I changed the GPS, not removed it. Drive. Completely remove the overlay. You can just go basically as all natural if you want. If you want, you can hit the Jake brake. I got stuck at the red light. All right, I didn't get stuck at the red light. I got. I'll just keep going. It's fine. It was green. You saw green, right? It was green. Yeah. One thing I don't like I hate analog displays. Or I shouldn't say I hate them. I just, maybe I'm simple-minded. They're difficult to read or something like that. But I don't like. Oh, here we go. Here comes our turn. Cut this too early. Can't see now. Yeah. Ugh. I thought I was gonna make it. Speed bump. Alright, one of the cool things about this is that oh yes, we can do a heavy haul next. Okay. There's a couple options where you can. Where the heck is the? I passed it. You can automate the parking of the trailer. Or you can actually back it in yourself. Where the heck am I going? There it is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's other people talking. I might have to mute that. Yeah, whatever. It's an adult channel. You guys can't handle it. It's too bad. Yeah, too bad. Sorry, I was listening. Somebody's got laryngitis or something. Not yet. There it is. Alright. And yay, excellent. You didn't damage the goods. You got there within the time limit, even though time limit doesn't matter unless you're playing single player. Because in single player, you have to actually stop and take rest stops. So you got to worry about that. But in the multiplayer, you just go. You get a little bonus for backing the trailer in as opposed to stopping at the front of the parking area. And then you hit it, and then you can auto park. Urgent delivery bonus because, you know, I cheated. Even though the game, you know, it's a game option where you can turn it off. I got here as fast as possible. Proficiency bonus because of my level. And then this is just base price and experience that you get. We can see, let's see, go to my character. I'm maxed out. I literally can't. You know, leveling up at this point is useless because I've got everything. I've played this game a little too much, I think. I wonder if I can. Basically, you start out here and then you just kind of go and go and go and go and go and go, and then I'm a professional truck driver. Q. All right, let's go do a heavy haul. Yes. I'm gonna take that bad boy right there in front of me. We gotta go up front though. We gotta go right here. This little green square. We got park right on top of it. Ooh, stop short. Right here. You select it, and then because I don't, you know, there's two modes that you can do. You can basically drive a company truck, and it speed governs you, and it's boring. So boring. Or you take your pretty truck, look how gorgeous that is. My God, I just stare at it sometimes. Anyways, you can earn money driving your own truck. You can go whatever speed you want, and oh, there's two of them. Oh, do we want to do the super heavy haul or just the heavy haul? How far away are they? Oh boy. We're doing the super heavy haul. 32 grand. And again, like, I don't need the money. The money doesn't matter. Not right now to me anyway. Like when you first start playing this game it matters. But to me it doesn't matter right now. It's just fun. And then by fun I mean like super boring. Here you can see in my mirror over here. You can see the trailer sitting there waiting for me. Gotta make sure I don't hit anything backing up. Mr. Professional Truck Driver, and I use nothing but mirrors. I think I got it. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm a little bit off. Alright, hook up to it. And we're ready. Look how badass it is. Look. Backing this thing up, good luck. Because you got one pivot point here. You got another pivot point here. And then you got another pivot point with these axles. And then another pivot point right here. So there's, 1, 2, 3, 4 pivot points that you have to control, and it sucks. I've tried it, and you can get it if you go really, really, really slow. Like, we'll see if we can get on the open road here, and I'll try and back it up for you, and you'll just see that everything just goes. You do have to be careful. It is long, long, long. Alright, you ready for this? Oh yeah, where am I? Okay, so now when you start backing up, like, if you want, in a normal trailer, let's just say you have, like, this is your trailer. Let's just say this is your trailer. In your normal trailer, this area from the steer axle, which is, these ones here that I got turning left, now they're turning right. That's your steer axle. Your drive axles is the next pair of axles where they, your power is set to. And then you have trailer axle set, which is the next 2 axles. That is a normal setup trailer. But now we have trailer set 2 and trailer set 3. But in a normal trailer, if you want the trailer to go right, you actually need to turn left. So now we have to go, okay, so now we have, let's add a third set, or a second set of trailer axles. So now, if you want the trailer to go right, you need trailer set 1 to go left, which means you need to turn your steer axle right. Right? Okay, so now it gets even more complicated. Trailer set 3. You want trailer set 3 to go, well, we're going to go left this time. Trailer set 3 to go left. You need trailer set 2 to go right. You need trailer set 1 to go left. And you need your truck to turn right. So we're going to go right. So we got our steering axle cranked to the right. And our trailer axle 3, right? 1, 2, 3 is going to go to the left. Watch. It takes a little bit for it to move. Okay. So now we see, maybe I was totally wrong. As you can see that it's actually turning to the right. So now, because trailer set 1 is so jacked, I need to come back to keep it from going too far. And I've already went too far. I'm not going to be able to bring that back. So, straighten her back out. And apparently I had that wrong. So, if we want trailer set 3 to go to the right, we need to start turning left. Alright, now we need to watch so you gotta watch the first trailer set 1 and see where that's going. We gotta kinda finesse it and follow it so that we get it to go to trailers, to push trailer set. Oh, see, now we can see at the end here we've already hit. Oh my gosh, I can't get this to stop. Like, this is maxed out, this trailer set 4. So basically what I'm getting at is with these super heavy hauls, you're not backing up ever because there's too much complication going on, and more power to you if you can figure it out and make it work. There, sometimes when we park these, and when we get to the destination, I'll show you. Sometimes we have to back it up, but it's only like small distances just to get it straight. So in any case, you get the gist of it. It's a lot of work. 370 miles to go. 6 hours and 32 minutes if it was a 1-to-1 ratio, but it's not. This will take us, because it's heavy haul, it'll take us a little bit to get going. This would probably be about a 10-minute drive, maybe less, maybe like an 8 or 9 minute drive. All right, technically I should stop here, but I don't care because I have the fines turned off. If you got a problem with that, don't care. Now, if we do want to, like, you know, go like legit truck driving, honestly, these super heavy hauls are supposed to be in the right lane. And I get really annoyed when people do heavy hauls like this and they ride the left lane, because it's like, dude, you're holding up traffic. Get out of the way. You ever notice when you're driving down the highway, you kind of see these signs? They have some words on them. 4 words specifically. Slower traffic, keep right. Yeah. That applies to cars too. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. Slower traffic, keep right. You want to talk on your cell phone and go 10 miles an hour below the speed limit, go to the right. Get out of the way. Or is it? This is your right. This is my right. This is your right. Alright. Coming up to a dead end where we have to turn right. Yeah, and a brake. I need that. Now, this is one mistake that I see regular truck drivers make a lot. Is like, they set themselves up to turn like this, where they're halfway in each lane. They don't need to do that. You don't need to do that, truck drivers. If you're watching this, truck drivers, which you probably won't, if you have a regular trailer with a full-size sleeper cab, you do not ever need to drive like this, unless it's a really tiny, sharp street that you're turning into. But this intersection here is obviously really smooth and long. However, because I am a super oversized load, I have to swing wide. Otherwise, my trailer will not stay on the road. And this is another mistake that people make when I see truck drivers driving, is like they'll start turning. I'm probably gonna screw this up. Right, they'll start turning like now to try and make their turn, and then they get halfway through their turn, and they go, "Ah, my trailer's about to hit the curb. What do I do?" No, that is not how you drive. Trucks, like tractors, combination vehicles, they actually turn really, really sharp. So basically what you want to do is you want to get all the way into the end of your turn and then start turning. I mean, obviously you want to do this in a smooth motion, but then you turn and look, I don't even cross into the other lane of traffic. Did not cross into the other lane of traffic one bit, and my entire trailer stayed on the road. Yeah, I crossed the shoulder line a little bit, but that's because, the size of this trailer. That's just going to happen. But I stayed completely on the road. I didn't hop any curb. I didn't hit a fucking light pole. I didn't cross into oncoming traffic. I stayed entirely within my section of the road. And all you got to do is go out a little too far and then come back in, and boom, it just pops into place. And it's beautiful. But people don't do that. People turn too early and they freak out afterwards. Occasionally they turn way too late. And they come face to face with another car and they just sit there going, "Hey car, move out of my way." Hey look, here's this tree growing through the road again. Well, I want to see where it is. Like, there's the tree. So what's up, tree? Oh no. Oh no. There's the tree in the way. I might need another beverage. Oh no. Alright, I've had a bottle of wine, and now I'm into this beer, and I'm probably gonna go grab another beer. Should set cruise control. Autopilot. Go get one and come back and see where I'm at. That would be fun. Oh, shoot. I really need a second monitor so that I can see what's going on. So one thing about YouTube live stream is that I don't believe there's live chat. And I kind of wanted to move away from Twitch because I don't really see... Well, I didn't, and this was years ago, like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. I didn't see Twitch really turning into a mainstream service, and it's kind of getting there now, but I wanted to consolidate services. I wanted all my uploaded videos and my stream videos to be one platform, i.e. YouTube. So that's what I'm doing, and unfortunately I can't live chat I could probably set up a secondary service to live chat with, and then red light again, missed it. Set up a live chat service and just like have it as a add-on to YouTube, but I'd rather YouTube add a live chat. It'd be so much better. Especially because they have the resources available to make it good. I mean, it would probably suck at first, but eventually, with user feedback, it would turn out to be a really great service, a really great add-on. Just look at all these gauges on this truck. I mean, this is how a truck should look like. You should be able to manage and monitor every aspect of the vehicle. I think some gauges are doubled up though. Like, you can see my speedometer in the center right, just above the steering wheel, and to the right top of that is a fuel gauge. Well, now you follow that along, follow that to the right of the steering wheel. You got 1, 2, 3, the fourth gauge over there. There's another fuel tank gauge. Like, they're displaying the same information. I don't need to have 2 fuel gauges unless each fuel gauge is monitoring one fuel tank. There's 2 fuel tanks on this truck, but I know that's not what's going on. Second, let's see. Now I'm on the wrong side of the road, and I almost don't care. Okay, let's see here. What other gauges do we got? We got, alright, to the left of the speedometer is the tachometer. For those of you who don't know, monitors the speed of the motor, how fast the motor is cranking. To the bottom left of that is, what is that? Looks like oil temperature. And above that is water temperature, also known as coolant. And the top right of that is battery voltage. And then we move right back to the fuel gauge. Oh, we're turning here. Oh shit. Made it. Okay, so fuel gauge, and then moving bottom right. Oh, we have, okay. So you saw that I was just braking there, and the gauges went down. Those are my air tanks. There is a simulator mode where that if you run out of the air, the truck will actually lock its brakes until the air builds up. It sucks. It's not realistic at all. So moving along, we have gauges that we can't see. So on the top row right of the steering wheel is it's like another temperature gauge. That might be, let's see here. That might be a oil temp. I think that's an oil temp. I don't know what that little toaster was. Alright, to the right of that is another air gauge. To the right of that is a gauge that appears to not work. To the right of that is another fuel gauge. this. To the right of that is... I don't know. Yeah, you see me hit my brakes every once in a while. I'm stopping and slowing down. It's because I'm trying to see if the needle moves on these gauges to determine what it is. Okay, so anyway, the right topmost gauge, I don't know what it is. It's probably a temperature gauge that's duplicated somewhere. Below that, again, another temperature gauge. Looks like oil again. No, that's a transmission, or the differential. What's above that picture? What's the pictogram? It's that pictogram I don't recognize. And then the bottom gauge is a duplicate of that top right gauge. And then we can go with a bunch of switches. The top right switch is called a fifth wheel. No, that's the air suspension dump. If you flip that switch to the left, it actually releases all the air in the airbags on the drive axles, so that way it lowers down. I'd say 3-4 inches. It depends on the trailer, really. What trailer you're backing up into. Some people like to set the dollies really, really high, and so that way when you pull out from underneath the trailer drops all the way down. And so sometimes you need to release the air out of your bags in order to get underneath the trailer. Sometimes you actually need to lower, or you need to raise the legs in order to lower the front of it for you to actually hook into it. Let's see, the next switch is called the fifth wheel slide. You can move let's see here. I'm going to stop on the side of the road. Okay. So, where did my mouse go? This is the fifth wheel right here. And it can shift forward and backward when you release that switch. So, basically what it is, the purpose of that is for weight distribution. Weight distribution on the tractor. So the legalities of a standard 53-foot trailer that isn't a super heavy haul, is you are allowed 34,000 pounds for a double axle set. So for instance, these two axles can combine weight of 34,000 pounds. However, a single axle can only support a weight of 12,000 pounds. So you have 12,000 pounds here, 34,000 pounds here. That's 46,000 pounds. And then let's say you only had a regular trailer. So here's another 34,000 pounds. So 46 plus 34, 80,000 pounds. That is the most weight, period, that a regular truck is able to haul in the U.S. We can see though, however, where am I? Boom. this load, like the milling machine itself, the load that is on the trailer is 97,000 pounds. Now you add the trailer weight and the tractor weight on top of that, you're probably looking at 120,000 pounds gross weight, everything. Yeah, that's a lot of weight. So this super heavy haul that I'm hauling right now is what would be called a permit load. You need a special permit in order to drive on the roads with it, and you're only allowed to go certain routes. Like you have to stick to a pre-planned route. Some states might require you to actually have called escort vehicles that will make sure that like if you're too wide, the escort vehicles will make sure that traffic doesn't try to pass you when they shouldn't. Things like that. We get another truck behind us. Oh, he's another super heavy haul. He doesn't seem to be as powerful as me though. So I have the biggest fucking truck I can get. I got a 625 horsepower Caterpillar motor. I thought about having the Cummins ISX 15 in here, and it has the same amount of torque as the Cat 625, but the Cummins is only a 600 horsepower motor, so I don't know if it would perform any differently. I mean, it has the same torque, so I don't think it would. Or it has the same torque, so I think it would perform identically. Maybe not. I don't know. In this game, it might perform identically. Real world, a Cat 625 might actually be have a slight edge in the Cummins ISX 15 600. But what do I know? I need another beer. Got 130 miles to go. We'll finish this load first. You can see on the mini map there's gray areas. That's not where like things can happen shadily. Shady-ly. That's just just areas I haven't driven on yet. Sometimes, like you can see right now, like sometimes as you go past the highway, it automatically discovers the left side. Sometimes it doesn't. I haven't figured out why. It's just how it is. Looks like we're gaining on somebody. No, we're not. Somebody's gaining on us. And we are gaining on somebody. Ha ha. So, yeah, okay, you're wondering, what am I talking about? That tab, when I press tab and this window appears and disappears. This is the TruckersMP, i.e. The TruckersMP / Truckers multiplayer window, and you can see people who are nearby you. And I think at either 500 or 600 meters, they are no longer in contact with you. But if they are in contact with you, you can chat with them. You can voice chat with them. It's kind of cool. So we got Diesel Guns, who I'm gaining on, I believe. And then we got Rivard, who I believe was that truck behind me, that other heavy haul. And I'm pulling away from him. See, he's gone, so... And it's funny because this guy's pulling a regular 80,000 pound load, or 80,000 pound gross load, and I'm gaining on him, pulling a 120,000 pound gross load. Because, again, I have the sickest vehicle you can get. Well, second sickest. I think Kenworth actually has the biggest motor available. But I love the look of the Peterbilt. Even though driving it is not practical because you can't see what the hell's in front of you. You can't see what the hell's in the first 6 feet of in front of you. But just, outside looking in, it's fantastic. Inside looking out, it is not practical. There, oh, we're getting there. 30 miles to go. So we're going to do this all legit like. I want you to see when I make my turn. Wait. 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 Okay, now I start turning. You can see and make sure that and it's, it's hard to drive like this, but basically I essentially kept my entire trailer in the lane. Obviously I had a hard time doing it because the camera was moving all around. So now that's what you're supposed to do also as well. By the way, when you're making a left turn, you're supposed to go into the lane closest to you. Closest to you. If you're turning left, you start in the left lane, and then you move right. Most people don't get that. They don't understand it. Like, oh my gosh, I can go into any lane I want. No, you can't. Or what? I mean, you can, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to go into the lane closest to you.